Hi guys, welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shauna. If you are new here, we are a homeschooling family who's in our 6th year of homeschooling. We have a 5th grader and a 1st grader, and today I want to come here and give you like our all about reading progress report. Guys, before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find us down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. You guys know, okay, so we have been using the All About Reading products All About Learning products for 4 of our 6 years of homeschooling. So currently my youngest, my 1st grader, is doing All About Reading level 3. And this is the level that I introduced when we first started using our Timberdoodle non-religious curriculum kits. The very first year they had All About Reading level 3 in the 2nd grade kit, which is what it comes in. And so my oldest one started with All About Reading level 3. So like I've come full circle. There are only 4 levels of All About Reading, but for the next year they switched to something different. My younger one is kind of a year ahead on her reading journey, and so she's currently in 1st grade using All About Reading level 3. And then she'll use All About Reading level 4. I already have it. I'm ready to go. I have managed to teach, and this is kind of like the craziest part of this to me, because I view reading as maybe the most, like, if you do nothing else for your child ever, if people nowhere ever do anything more for their education than learn to read, it opens absolutely every pathway to the entire world. You can learn anything because you know how to read. You can learn math because you know how to read. You can do anything by just being able to read. So the fact that we are now in the place where both of my children can read, like read, and that I have had a part in that just is still to my brain. Totally mind-blowing to me. That is like the big, like bridge, like that's the goal, right? Like everything after this is gravy. Like they can read, and not just kind of read. I'm gonna go ahead and I will show you the pieces here in a minute just to give you an idea, and I will try to insert some video of her reading. It's crazy. It's crazy the things that, I mean, she's 6 and it is absolutely mind-blowing to me. And the best part of it is that it hasn't been hard. That simple thing will always be the best part of this, is that with All About Learning, with All About Reading, the systems that they have in place, it is not hard. It has not been a struggle. It has been, honestly, quite the enjoyable experience. Sorry guys, just a little mom break. The All About Reading, so All About Learning Press takes a multi-sensory approach. They bring in, there are things that you cut out, there are things that you touch, there are things that you say, there are letter tiles that you build with, there is an app. Oh, the app. I hardly ever pull out that giant board anymore, and it's so frustrating because, like, again, I've done this for 4 years. I just bought the app. What was I thinking? It's $20, gold standard. Like, get the app. It makes life so much easier. So we have really, like, fallen into a flow. There's flashcards, there's stories. I love the approach, absolutely love the approach of All About Reading. And it did lead us to All About Spelling, which I'm actually talking about either in the video right before or after this one, but in a whole different context. So I love All About Learning Press. It's just the multisensory approach, just, it works so well for my children. It works so well for me. I love that I just prep a few little things, like cutouts. And it's almost always like a cutout, but it's really like fun for them. They're always so different. There's like a reading page that if I'm making her do the kind of like prep reading thing, which again, it's really easy to customize to the way that you're going to use it. And now that she is like really reading, I'm not focusing as much on drilling those kind of word sheets. But what I will do, because they do get kind of lengthy, is I'll go through and give her a highlighter or a couple colors of highlighter and just let her highlight different words. And then it's like let her choose what color she wants to read, which I think is pretty fun, instead of having to like do all of them. And then we have her flashcards in a binder clip and we carry them everywhere. As she clears them, we take them out. And as she needs more, we put more in. So she is actually on her flashcards like 3 or 4 lessons ahead of where she is as far as lessons. So we're reading things ahead. And I know that she's really at the place where she's reading because one of her flashcards, it's a leap word, right? So the things that you kind of like don't make sense phonetically. Phonetic approach, gold, gold, gold. But this words that don't make sense phonetically, that you just kind of have to know what they are, they're called leap words. And I pulled one out, like, and it's not a lesson we've had yet. The word was business, and she read business. I was like, oh, this means like we're in a place now where this is real, like, and she's reading things like involuntarily and her reading's getting faster. So she'll look at something and be like, that says blah, 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 blah. And that's it, guys. It is like, the light switch has come on, the heavens have opened up, and it is amazing. My kids, both of them can like read, but like read. And I'm so excited. I am so excited about this. So right now, let's pop over. I'll either show you part of a lesson or part of her reading, give you a little downshoot, talk about the things, and yeah, give you some more information. Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a little look at the complete All About Reading Level 3 program. Now, you can do the 2x3 whiteboard. It's worked really well for us for several years. My kids love the kind of tactile approach of really building the words. However, I finally got the app, guys. The app is amazing, $20 from any app store. Love it. It's made such a huge difference not having to pull this behemoth out every single time. Now, teacher's manual comes with volume 1 and volume 2 of the books. These are her current practice cards. We've got our nice hard book where you can store your phonograms and your flashcards, like your practice words, and then we just keep out in a binder clip what we're working on so that we can easily go through them. And then, okay, that's the student guide. Sorry, this is the teacher's manual. So, what I love about the system, it is multi-sensory. I like that it's in color. I love that it tells me exactly what to do. Every set of lessons, so I've broken this up for myself. How we've done it is we will do however many lessons get to reading. So, we school 4 days a week. And so if I've got it mapped out in my book here. If there's usually like one lesson, and then the next lesson is a reading that applies that phonogram or lesson. So most every week is only 2 lessons. So like OR after W, and then the next lesson we read Circus Star. So that's usually how I do it. Some weeks there are actually 2 lessons and then the reading. So that is how I kind of approach that. I love that it tells me exactly what to do. Every lesson is broken down. It's got this kind of beige squares, which is like a little bit of just reminding you how to do it. There's a review section, new teaching. Tells you exactly what to do, how to move your hands, how to sound it out. Then you can teach, there's the activity, and then there will be the word, I'll show them to you in just a minute, the practicing the fluency. It tells you what to read for 20 minutes and then to mark the progress chart. Now, all about reading, 20 minutes a day. It's not to completion, it's 20 minutes a day. That's it, okay? So again, our practice cards we keep handy. They have 2 reader books for this level, which we're gonna come back to in just a minute. This is the Kiddos Workbook. Now the All About Learning, all of the systems are really great if you're using them with multiple kids, because for example, for this level, I just had to order this book. That's it, because I already had it for my older daughter. As you can see, this is her sticker tracker, which she loves. And guys, just a kind of a pro tip here. I peel off the excess of the stickers for this specific level. I forgot to order the stickers that came with it, which is why she's penciled it in, because she doesn't like that they don't match. But I just staple them to the back, so they're really handy. Okay, so what we will do, let's see if I've got some in here. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do the lessons, we'll do the teaching. We've gotten to a point now where continuing to drill the words, it's a lot. So what I will do is I will give her a highlighter and I will let her highlight all over the page, and then I'll ask her to read the words that are in a color, not every single color. So it is getting kind of really, really in depth as far as the readings go. So we enjoy doing that. Now, what I'll do, this is actually my prep for next week. While she's reading to me this week, I'll go ahead and cut this stuff out. It gives me something to do while she's reading. I can still pay attention and help as needed, and then I'll paper clip them right in. And I'm already prepped for the following week because it is a lot of stuff to cut out, but my kids absolutely love the little pieces. Like these are little popcorn pieces to go in a bucket. She always wants to save them, which is a little frustrating because I don't really want that all over my house, but I let her hang on to them for a little while. She loves it. Now, let's look at these stories, guys. Here's the deal. She is 6, and some of these are like, let's look at this one, for example. Okay, Gabby Goose saves the day. Okay, Gabby Goose saves the day. Great, super simple. Look at all of the words. This doesn't even have a picture, which I'm not saying that it needs to, but what I am saying is that I am keeping my expectations for her reasonable. And what we do is we actually read this story. We will read it Sunday night to prep for the week. We will read it every day until I expect her to read it. And then the last 1 or 2 times that we read it, I will either give her the choice, like which page do you want to read, or I'll start reading and then I'll come to a point when I'm like, okay, your turn. And then I'll have her read until I'm like, okay, I'll take back over. Okay, my turn. So sometimes I ask her what she wants to read, and sometimes we just kind of alternate in that fashion. She never knows what she's gonna read, so she still has to be following along. She still has to know how to read it, but I'm not necessarily making her sit there for long enough as it takes for a 6-year-old to read all of this. But I'm making sure that she's got it and that she can grasp it. So that's one way that I have found to make it a little easier on myself and on my girl, is just to kind of alternate that reading or allow her to really break it up. This was our reading today that I think is I'm inserting in this video. So look at all of these words. She's doing a really great job. And I think, again, it is good for 6. She's a young 6, so she's only at like 6.5 right now. I think that this amount of reading is great. I am not worried at all. And this is all we have left. So, she's going to be done, I just know, so early. And by the end of this, she'll be reading, full pages with just words. And I think that that is pretty awesome, pretty crazy. And I definitely feel like her light bulb has gone on as far as just being able to look at it and read it, like just instantly. So that makes my mom, my homeschool mom heart, very, very happy.
A haircut for britches.
Good job. You want to start?
You start.
Okay, I'll start. Britches and the other young sheep stared at Duncan, their eyes wide open. The old sheep spoke in a loud whisper. Have you ever seen a farmer's wool hat? That's what will happen to you. Your wool will be turned into a hat. Can you read the next part? Or you know what? I'll finish this page and then you can read. Duncan spoke louder, or even worse, the farmer could turn your wool into a rug and people will walk on it.
The young sheep shook with fear. They couldn't take their eyes off Duncan. The farmer is a crook. He'll steal all. He'll take all your wool, and you'll freeze. Duncan shivered.
Shh. Ow.
Shouted.
Good job.
Shouted. He shivered to show how cold they would be. Yes, that's what happens when your wool gets sheared,
Good job. Read the bottom part.
which is stamped his hoof. I don't think that that's true, Duncan, but deep down, Witches was scared.
Oh no. Guys, I hope that you found any of that helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. Another huge shout out to the people over at Timberdoodle for introducing us to All About Learning Press. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. If you're want a phonetic approach, if you need a new approach, if you're trying something different, give All About Reading a shot, guys. It really has been so amazing for our family. We absolutely love it.